Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today being the 26th Dilqad, to Prophet alayhi salam has been marked that it has been said that today 26th Dilqad has been said that two Prophet alayhi salam were born on this important day. So Prophet Ebrahim alayhi salam and Prophet Isa alayhi salam. It has been said that on 26th Dilqad, Prophet Ebrahim alayhi salam and Prophet Isa alayhi salam both together has been said that they were born on the same day. And if we go to see the life story of Prophet Ebrahim alayhi salam, he was born in the city of Babylon, and he was brought in the period of such ignorant people, where people were very, they were too much into idol worshipping. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was sent from the side of Allah among 1,24,000 prophets, and these two prophets, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and Prophet Isa alayhi salam, has been said as Ulul Azm Paigambar. And these two prophets has been given a very major responsibility of propagating, and both the Prophet alayhi salam was said that after them there is a holy prophet is going to come. They always reminded people that after me it is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who is going to come. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam has two sons, Janab Yahya alayhi salam and Janab Ismail alayhi salam, and his wife was Janab Sarah alayhi salam. Janab Sarah, since she couldn't bear a child, she was said to be as a barren mother. But later on, Jibreel alayhi salam gave her good news. After 70 years of age, she gave a birth to a child. But after that, she insisted Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam to marry another woman so that their progeny would continue. So it was Janab Hajra alayhi salam was married to Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. And in Zarat Warisa, Allah says in Zarat Warisa that Assalamu alayka ya Warisa Ibrahim Khalilillah. That means Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam has been said that he is the friend of Allah, because Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam has been given certain characteristic due to which he has been said that he is the friend of Allah. And if we go to see the life story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he had a very strong feeling towards monotheism. He invited people towards Tawheed. He always propagated people in the era, in the time which he was living. It was a very difficult time for him, because his ancestor, they were all idol worshippers. He was alone single one person who followed monotheism, and he invited people towards Islam. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was born in the time of a tyrant king. His name was Namrud. Namrud was so staunch and he was so cunning, as we can take example of Firaun. Firaun was same as to Namrud, because there was one astrologer who told Namrud that there is going to be one child who will be born in this period, and he is going to put an end to your kingdom. So so it was the birth of the Prophet Ibrahim which took place in that same year. But Namrud, he went to such an extent that he beheaded and he killed all the small infants. Some were like few days old, some were like few months old, and even some were like just few hours old male babies. He was so afraid and he was so scared that someone is going to be born and he is going to put an end to my kingdom, which he couldn't take it. But after all, it was the plan of Allah, which no one can supersede. So, but again, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was born in that same period only, and his mother, she took Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. She was very actually feared, because she heard that Namrud has killed so many male child of that particular kabila. So she took the small baby and she kept that baby in the cave for some days, and there it was guided to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam that he sucked his thumb, and then he was alone in that particular cave, and Allah did the protection of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, and in that period he was born and brought up. And after some days back, his mother went again in that cave, and she took the child, and they were like now Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was grown up. So she took the child and she came back, and when they came back, the courtiers and the people of the Namrud, they saw the child and they did not behead, because they thought that this child is a little grown up. He is not born in that same year only. So they let that Ibrahim alayhi salam went in, and Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam came easily in the country. And then it was Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam that he was constantly guiding. Then one day what happened that Namrud was sitting and all the courtyard, everybody was sitting in that place. Then Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam started saying that what is monotheism, what is Tawheed. He started inviting people towards Allah. And then one day there was a time of a festival. It was a spring time. So all the people of the town, they had gone out of the city for celebrating spring. So what Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did, he was seeing that people are worshipping the sun, the moon, the Venus, and many other sort of all these things which he really did not like. He always wanted people to worship the only Allah, the glorious Allah. But people, they were like they were believing in calf, and they were making statues, idols, all this. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam once thought that it's a very good thought that let me go and break all the idols, because all the city is empty, people are gone out for celebration. So he went inside the temple and he broke all the small idols with his own hand, and one very big giant huge idol was there, and he put that axe in the idol's neck and he left it. And the following after some days, all the people came back, and when they came back to the temple and they saw that all the idols have been broken except that one big huge one. So people started saying that who has done this to my God is broken, and they were like shouting and yelling very badly. So but one person said that it may be Ebrahim, because he has not accompanied us and he has a very he is hating our gods. So they summoned Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam came and he told that it's better that what do I know, why are you asking me? It is better you ask the big idol who is standing there. Then they said, what nonsense, the idol cannot speak, how can we go and ask the idol? Then Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam said that if the idol cannot speak, then how can you believe him to be a god? So then along with the Namrud and many other people, they were like they started thinking that the God of Ibrahim is really very powerful than us, because he has said such a question. Everybody started thinking that it might be that is something wisdom to his talk, because our idols, they cannot talk. Then how come are we believing such a type of God? Then Namrud, he started thinking that foretold which was told by the fortune teller, that there is going to be one boy born in the same era which is going to put an end to a kingdom. Then Namrud started fearing, and he started thinking that might be this is the same Ibrahim which is going to put an end to my kingdom. Then he told Ibrahim alayhi salam that if you don't listen, I am going to kill you, I am going to put you in the fire. But again it was prophet, he is not going to fear anybody except Allah, because he was chosen and sent down on the earth to do the work of propagation. So there are many incidents, there are many miracles of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam which we are going to see from the Quran. This we will see that the incident which we saw, that when all the people were out, when they were celebrating the springtime, when Hazrat Ibrahim broke the idol, that is from Quran, that is Surah Anbiya, verse number 51 to 69. And second thing, we will see the incident of fire, what in that same Surah Anbiya, ayat number 59 to 69. After Namrud, he became very angry. He told Ibrahim alayhi salam that I am going to put you in the fire, and that fire which was like he gathered so many wood, and he told that the fire should burn for more than a month. He put all the tars and everything into it and coal, so that the fire should burn like the miles went up to 1000 centimeters up high in the sky. And then the planning was started for the preparation, and the planning was started for throwing Ibrahim alayhi salam into that fire. But then again when the time came near, and people started saying that how are we going to put Ibrahim in the fire, because the fire is very huge, nobody can dare to go near that fire, because it was like nobody could feel also that how high it was. So they started building one catapult so that Ibrahim can be thrown from there to that fire. So that finally that day also came, all the arrangements were done, and then everybody was gathered to just see that how Ibrahim is going to be burnt and what punishment he is going to be given for disobeying Namrud. But again it was Allah, and he only helped him. And when the time came, he was going to be put in that fire. Between that duration, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was going to the fire. In that fraction of a time only, in that moment, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam came to him and he said, I have come here to help you. Do you have any help from you? Then again it was Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, the highest level of Iman. He said, I have a help, but not from you, from Allah, who is taking my test. I want help from him only. So Allah was so happy, so pleased by listening to these words. So Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam went back, and Allah command to the fire that, oh fire, you become a comfort for Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah did not say that, oh fire, you become cool for Ibrahim, so that Ibrahim would go and become a frozen in that. Allah just said, you become a comfort for Ibrahim, and in that he went inside the fire, and fire could not even burn his hair also, nothing. He was just feeling very comfortable in that scenario, because he was surrounded with flowers inside. Only the ropes with which he was sent inside, those were burnt, nothing could touch him. And after that people were smiling, they were very happy to hear that Ibrahim must be turned into ashes. But again after some days, when that fire was extinguished, people went and saw that, let us see how is the situation now. But after seeing that, they realized that definitely it is none other than the God of Ibrahim alayhi salam could do such a miraculous thing, because no human person, nobody ever in this universe can do such a miracle. So some people at that spot only, they started believing Ibrahim alayhi salam, and Namrud again become a worst and a staunch enemy of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Again, if we go to see one more incident of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, wherein he told Allah that, Allah, I want to gain that certainty, you show me some miracle. And then Allah said, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, don't you believe in me, or don't you have that certainty? That Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam said that, I have the highest level of certainty in you, but I just want to see that how miracles can happen by iznillah. Then Allah said, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, okay, take some of the some different species of birds and cut them into different pieces and put them on different parts of the mountains. This incident has been recorded, and in Surah Baqarah ayat number 260, you all can see for the reference as well, wherein he cuts the different parts of the bird and he kept on all the different mountains. And then he takes the name of the permission of Allah, that, oh birds, he called by their names, that you come towards me. Then those birds from all the different parts of the mountain, they started coming towards Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then started flying also. And then again Ibrahim alayhi salam started praising Allah, and again he said, he started praising Allah, he thanked Allah that, thank you so much for giving me much more in my Iman certainty. Ibrahim alayhi salam has been said a friend of Allah, because Allah the glorified and had known that Ibrahim had been very submissive and very obedient to his orders. He has been known as Ibrahim was not afraid of anybody except him, so he chose him as a friend of Allah. So if you go to see from the progeny of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, two sons he had, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam and Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam. From the progeny of Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam, two prophets are born from his progeny, that is Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. And after that, from the progeny of Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has been born. So this was the incident and the story of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now next we will move on to Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. We all know this very common story that Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was born from Janabi Maryam alayhi salam, and how she became a mother because she was not married, and then how Allah gave her good news that she is going to bear a child who is going to be a prophet. But she was very afraid, because since she was not married and people are going to like taunt him. But again it was Allah that gave her such a important and respect that that boy who is born out of her is a prophet. And it's a biggest miracle. We can say that no ever person in this universe can be born without a father. but this is the miracle which has happened to which we can say has happened only from the side of Allah, and this is the only person, that is Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam has been given the book from the side of Allah, that is Taurat and Injil, which mostly Christianity believe in that. And if we go to see across the globe, the largest followers of Hazrat Isa alayhi salam are still present, that is we can say that it is Christianity, which are the followers of Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. That is a different topic, that they take him as a god. But again, there are, we can prove it from our references from the Quran, that again he has been sent as a prophet and he cannot be taken as a god. And if we talk about his miracles, we can say that he has been given the first miracle, that he started speaking from the cradle. A child who is just born, he cannot because we see in our common world that when a newborn child, he cannot speak from the grave, but he was again not a common personality, he was a divine personality sent from the side of Allah. So it is said in Surah Ali Imran, again ayat number 41 to 46, it describes about the birth and the about Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. Again in Surah Maida, ayat number 109 and 110, and in Surah Maryam verse 29 to 30. It says about in 3 surahs it has been said that how Hazrat Isa alayhi salam started talking from the cradle. And second mu'jiza, second miracle which was given to Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was that he was creating birds from clay. This type of miracles was given to Hazrat Isa alayhi salam because these are mostly like science was too much advanced during that stage. That is why Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was given such type of miracles. And the miracle of creating birds from clay, and then he would say that by Biznillah, by the permission of Allah, and that bird was given soul, and that bird could actually fly, it became a live human. And then it is mentioned about the creation of the bird in Surah Al Imran verse 43 to 49 and Surah Maida 109 and 110. Again he had been given the mu'jiza, the miracle of healing the blind and the leper, and he had the power of raising the dead to life. This miracle is like given to no other prophet alayhi salam. It was Hazrat Isa alayhi salam given these miracles. And about the power of that, he can rise the dead people to alive. It is found again in the chapter of Gospel, that it has been said that even they recorded that three people were Hazrat Isa alayhi salam had cured 3 people when they were dead. He made them to alive. It is again recorded in Gospel. And again he was given the mu'jiza, the miracle of prescience. That means he could foretold what people had stored in their house, what people had eaten, and he could predict the future actually, which is like given again from the side of Allah. And again one miracle had happened to him at the table of food from heaven. When he had his disciples, he was sitting with his disciples, there was a discussions going on, and then those disciples told Hazrat Isa alayhi salam that we want to gain more certainty over your Lord, over your Allah. So please, can you send some heavenly food for us? Can you tell your Allah to send? Just now only we want to eat from the food of heaven. So Hazrat Isa alayhi salam prayed to Allah that, oh Allah, please send some of your foods from heaven to us, so that these my followers, they gain certainty over you. And then Allah, after listening to it, he revealed that, oh Prophet Isa, tell your companions, tell your followers that after sending this ne'mat, they should not deny it, and they should have a complete faith after that. And then this miracle again, it has been recorded in Holy Quran, Surah Maida verse number 112 and till 115. And if we talk about his death, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, it is said in Surah Nisa verse number 157 to 158 that he is still alive, and he has been taken back to skies, because those people or those who are his followers, they think that he has been crucified and he has been killed. But the actuality, it has been mentioned in Quran also that he is still alive, and when the Imam of the Shias, that is 12th Imam, Hazrat Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, when he is going to reappear on this earth, after him Hazrat Isa alayhi salam is also going to come, and after him he is going to pray namaz, along with him he is going to pray namaz, behind him he is going to lead the namaz. And about being a prophet, that he is a prophet and he is not a god, he is not a son of a god, or he is not the three entities in one, which is commonly taken by Christianity or other people who think that Jesus is a god, he is not a prophet. But to prove this, again we can take from Surah Maryam verse number 30, that he is indeed I am the slave of Allah, he has given me the scripture and made me a prophet. Again this is a very clear and obvious ayat that we can take into discussion, and we can say that he is a prophet and not a god. And again in verse number 36 Surah Maryam, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam is saying that I am a caller towards God, and I am not a god. He is just guiding, and he has been come to people as a propagation for people and for the mankind, and he is not as a god. And indeed Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him, that is the straight path. So it's a very, again very clear and obvious ayat, that there is nothing unclear about it, so that people don't understand. It's a very good, as we can give reference to other people as well. So dear respected viewers, this was the story of Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Isa alayhi salam. I am very glad to say that inshallah keep watching this channel, and you will get more information about various other prophets and what are the upcoming events. So keep updated with yourself with other Islamic knowledge on Ali TV. Keep watching. Thank you. Khuda.